Okay, good morning, everyone. Ooh, this thing's loud today. This is the Kingsburg Downtown Business Improvement District Advisory Board meeting. Today is Thursday, January 11th, 2024. Our official start time is 8:05. It appears all members are present. I'm just going to go through myself, Leslie Carpenter, June Hess, Steve Sapargin, Amanda Carrasco, Lauren Cooper, and our two new board members, Michelle Buckner and Teresa Nino. Welcome. Just for the two of you, I think Abigail kind of went over how your mics work, and we're pretty informal. We're not super formal. And then going forward, if you want to put some things on the agenda, Abigail's really good about sending out a reminder before, and feel free to bring up anything you want, and we can discuss it. There's also another item in here for reports from board members. If you have concerns or questions at that point, you could bring those up. Public, just so you know, that public comment is only generally at the beginning of the meeting, and that's kind of how we run this meeting. So, but if you have questions, just reach out to us or Abigail. She's kind of our go-to girl there. Okay. So with that being said, item number 2 is public comment. Do we have any public comment at this time? Hearing none, we will move on. We are also Facebook Live. They can't comment verbally, they just watch. Yes, and then they can, yeah, okay. Item number 3, event calendar discussion. That's brought up by me. We discussed that about getting it going live on our web page, correct? Mm-hmm. I just wondered if anybody, I know it was the holidays, I just wondered if anybody had given that any thought or how we wanted to proceed.
I did. I created the Google Calendar with our Gmail that we have, our Google account. Okay. And then I just started by putting our second Tuesdays meeting days, and then the chamber events as provided. The only date I didn't have, if someone else might have it, is the Crayfish Festival date. That wasn't on the website, so we can add that in at any time. And I also made like a save the date graphic that I wanted to show and get approved. And I forgot to send it to Abigail, but maybe if I send it to her, can I send it to you now to show up on there? Okay, I'll do that real quick.
And then is this going to be? So if a person in our district was having an information meeting, then who do they send that information to add it into the calendar?
We could set the calendar up where people can add it themselves, or they can email it in. So they could email it to Quinn, Abigail, or the Gmail account itself that I can man that. So.
And how do you folks feel about?
I personally, that scares me to have people add it themselves.
I've never had it set up that way for a reason. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Just in case. Yeah.
Unless you have an ad and then an approval, kind of like an online booking system, where you would put yourself in as an appointment, and then the provider
just approves it and then adds it.
Approves it. So we could get suggestions from the public, but then one of us or whoever's answering the email would approve it.
Yeah.
And we could still get public.
No, I still think they should be able to submit, but for them just to be able to, all members just be, I think we need to have a little bit more control because, there's certain things that.
Yeah, and social media, especially, we get a lot of spam. So just to avoid that on the calendar would be good. Like self-promotion for people that are outside the district.
Exactly.
Okay, so you have it up and it can go live?
Well, it is live, but there's
live.
Nowhere to view it unless you just have the link to the calendar. So we could send that out.
Okay.
You could do maybe a link to it in stories on social and then put that in the highlights.
Yeah.
For now as the freeway.
I can also just what I've been wanting to do is either a monthly or quarterly graphic that talks about all the upcoming events. So now that you have that, I can go off
of it. Okay.
That. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and we could say click here to see other events. Alternatively is the website. So I have all the figures for that too. So we can talk about that. But we don't have to only put on the website. We can definitely use it outside of that.
These are all events that anyone in the downtown district is hosting themselves, putting on themselves.
Yeah, if Leslie's having an anniversary event, it gets added, or June's midsummer, that kind of stuff that aren't hosted by the bid, but they're definitely member events.
Part of the bid.
Yeah.
And maybe we have to draft a little guideline of what's included, but generally like members events.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very good. And then if anybody has some events they want, like we know of right now, we can just go ahead and forward those on so that it starts looking like it's a little more packed, a little more active.
Crayfish is 21st of September.
Perfect, thank you.
September 21st. Is the annual dinner on there in March for the bit for the
I didn't
chamber?
put that because
It is.
I didn't know what is our, so traditionally the last couple years, the Save the Dates has been the stuff that's happening like right here.
Yeah.
Swedish Festival, Crayfish, holiday kickoff, car show, just the downtown corridor. So I didn't put that on there, but that's something we could add on the calendar because not all of our bid members are chamber members, so I don't know if that, but if you want it on there, I can add it.
So let's just take a quick poll here. How do we feel? We want to help them. We want to,
I don't think it hurts to add that. It's a community event.
Okay.
Like you said, all members of the chamber aren't members of the bid, and all members of the bid aren't members of the chamber, but, it's still a 100% community event type of thing.
So it's good to kind of cross.
and it would be interesting to know what their census is, how many people in the district make up their membership. It could be quite a bit.
Question.
Quite a bit, maybe more than 50%. Yeah. So, it's something that we, could help encourage there. Okay. Okay. Anybody have anything else on event calendar discussion? Well, I do think we're going to come down to the 5 here next, so we'll kind of talk about that. So, okay, moving on. Item number 4, 5 creative discussion. Our webpage.
Okay, so I called Amy. We had a long chat. They weren't able to come this morning because they had a conflict already. She did offer to come to the next meeting or answer any questions in between. The update quote she sent us last month is pertains still. It's 10 merchants, removal, that addition of 10 and removal of however many. So that's good because that doesn't include the 10. And then a new calendar plugin. That quote was $1,375, and that included like the directory programming. So this would be the directory update, not the back end update. So if we were going to do this, we would do that twice a year was what we all kind of wanted to do it. Maybe update the directory twice a year. We could do it once, but it's gonna get out. It gets outdated real quick. And then the maintenance was the same as this year, or 2023, which was $1,200 for the year, $300 quarterly. So if we wanted to do our annual maintenance, which is done quarterly, and we want to do 2 updates a year, it would be $3,950.
Can you remind me again what the maintenance included?
Yes, so the quarterly website maintenance includes plugin, theme, and WordPress updates to ensure overall security and efficiency. And it's a full backup of the website, test communication forms and submissions and receipt, visual cross-browser website check, website security, uptime check, site health status, and full backup of website updates once completed. And then that's done January, April, July, and October.
Do they give us engagement reports?
No, they don't run any reports for us, but we can do that on our own with like Google Analytics. I don't know if Quinn does anything like that. You just do it on the social side, right?
Mostly social, nothing.
Yeah. So we can ask her about that, but typically you can do that for free. I wouldn't want to pay, so honestly, you can kind of set that up.
Because it'd be interesting to know.
Yeah, like how many visits and do we have an uptick after our time and effort into improving it? Okay.
And are we being physically responsible for our
Right.
members' money to keep this going if we don't have the engagement there, but we have it in other venues, so.
If there's an additional, like, merchant to do, it would be $100. So if we had 10 in our quote, and then we ended up having 12, it'd be an additional $100 per merchant.
Okay.
But there's really no way to estimate right now, because business license renewals are right now. You can kind of look and see how many spots are open downtown and guess, but it's really hard.
Okay. So do we want to bring this, everybody want to read? This would be my suggestion, that everybody read the proposal that Amy sent,
Okay.
and then we bring it back to discussion at the next meeting.
Potential,
Yeah, to see how we want to proceed.
motion. Okay.
Like, really be honest, and like, really like weigh the good and the bad. And if we could figure out a way to run analytics
Okay.
before then, that would be another part of our discussion.
Can
She-
we include Quinn in the review of all this?
Yeah, absolutely.
His opinion
Speaking of
also?
that, she asked me, told her one of the main updates besides the directory is updating the images on like the hero image, like the first thing you see. And so she gave me all of the formats for that to pass along to Quinn, because I told her, she asked if we needed to hire photography. I said we had, our social media photographer has some bank of photos that we could maybe sub out. And she also created a Dropbox that you can add to that and they can pull from there. But she'd really like us to say, put this one here, put this one here, because they picked them last time and we didn't love them. So instead, she's just tell us what you want there. So, and then that could be done via email or in person next month. They can come after I told her the 4th, I think it was, or whatever, that first Tuesday. Oh, the 6th. They would be available that day. They just couldn't come today. And then I also offered to be our point of contact, so she could just call me, email me. We don't have to do, too many meetings with them if we could just send the info that we need.
Yeah, that's fine. And then you can just keep us in the loop.
Exactly. And then whatever we decide, I'll just
Yeah.
send it on.
Okay.
So I'll forward these to Abigail and she can send them out to all the chair.
And Quinn.
Board, and what's the word? And Quinn. Okay.
And Quinn. Okay. Anyone else have any questions or?
Did we ever find out if we have the rights to the website if we decide to go a different route? Like, do we?
That was probably in our contract. We'd want to review that. Could we review the contract?
Yeah.
Could you email
Did I send
that?
it to you guys?
No. Or I don't think so, but I can double check.
I did resend it or send it.
I feel like probably not.
Probably not. Which,
You have the domain that you own, but I feel like all the stuff they've made is probably not.
Okay. All right. So we'll do some homework and round back in February on that and just be honest about where we're going with that.
Because if we do update, we'd want to wait till March anyways to
Yeah.
when our deadlines for licenses are.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work to do it and then have people that didn't pay. So,
Yeah. And then also too, maybe we need to like educate, hey, the next round of updates is going to be for the webpage. Contact us, text us, we'll get somebody to you to get you squared away and stuff. Okay, item number 5, Blossom Trail update. So every year, the Chamber of Commerce's in the Valley, I think there's like, 6 cities? Kingsburg, Selma, Fowler, Reedley, Dinuba, Sanger. They host the Blossom Trail Kickoff. This year is Kingsburg's turn, and the Chamber has a committee, Tammy, Cindy, Lauren, and then they asked if I would help, and so the bids, I'm not formally representing the bid, but I am going to help, we're going to help. And so that is going to be on February 9th
the 9th, okay.
at 10 a.m. in front of Kingsburg Community Church. We have some things planned, and we're kind of taking it up a tick from what they normally do. There'll be some dignitaries there. We're working we're trying to get some FFA kids to do some things. We have several farmers local farmers on board to bring in fruit for us and to do backdrops, and I believe we're having breakfast, a little bit of breakfast too. It's usually like a 30-minute to an hour thing, but if we could show up, and if I think we have, does Lauren have graphics ready to share with Quinn? We picked one.
I hope we'll know that tonight.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the last of everything in today.
Okay.
So, which I need to talk to you about a couple of them, so.
Yeah.
And this is the one that we talked about last month that was possibly going to be at the train depot?
Yeah.
But it's going to
Yes.
be at
Yeah.
the church, okay.
Yeah.
And then the parade of tractors.
Yeah, I text Lauren. You got that square? Tractor parade? Well, I text you. You gave me a thumbs. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, Lauren's gonna round up some tractors for us.
Okay.
So, if not, then we'll start pounding the pavement. So anyway, I just wanted you guys to be aware that, the bid is kind of working with Chamber on this, and, if we could show up and give them support, that would be great. And that needs to go on our calendar, event calendar.
What time is it at?
10.
10
10.
10 a.m.
10
and then
a.m.
It's a tractor parade, so people will need to drive the tractors.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Well, unless you're doing crinklaws with
Totally.
unmanned.
so
unmanned, they
Crinkle's,
drive themselves.
Gus is bringing, I do know, we do
Now,
have,
Gus is out because they have to set up, they'll put a booth up, but they can't bring a machine because they
because
have
of the
farm show.
farm show. Silva said they would bring us a machine too.
Yeah, because they called me yesterday and told me they
Okay.
just can't make it work.
All right. Okay, so we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's a lot going on that day, and I just want you guys to know that we are involved, and if we needed help that day, we might lean in on some of you to come and help us
Madam
set up, clean up, yes.
Chairman, since we're trying to make a little bit of a larger event out of this than normally has done, I'd love to see, and I was hit up, I'd love to see invites go out to all Fresno County communities using Clovis and, some of those others to invite their council and their city managers or city staff to attend, and it's gonna cost us an email creativity, and that's about it, and try to get more. I had a council member from Clovis asked me yesterday, said, hey, I hear you're hosting it, when is it, what time, and all that, I'd love to attend type of thing. So I'm thinking if he would like to attend, I think it would be good. The other thing I'd like to see the bid do is encourage all of our bid members to do, dress up your window, either if it's not for Blossom Trail, for Valentine's Day, and all that, because maybe we'll get some traffic with some people downtown, and, it would, just enhance our community that, hey, gee, they're involved in, the next holiday and all that, and it might help the downtown of that. So we need to send out a letter or an email to all of our members saying, hey, it's on February 9th. Make sure that your windows look great for, for either for the Blossom or for Valentine's Day and all that, so that we can, and encourage people.
I love that idea. In San Luis, they have a thing where they did in the spring, I think it was called Slow Bloom or something, and all the merchants had flowers like on their windows, and they had like local artists come in and do them, and they had like a generic hashtag that everybody used, and I thought that was totally something we could do. This would be the time, like blooming with the blossoms,
Yeah.
like a contest, a bid contest. I feel like sometimes we get a lot of traction with the window contest. Sometimes just depends the time of the year, but
Sure.
the spirit rally one is always good, and the scarecrows, there was quite a few, I feel like.
We still need to make that recognition for the one scarecrow that was just really cool. So,
This is a big deal for Kingsburg. This is
Yeah.
the third time the kickoff will be in Kingsburg. And initially, when the Blossom Trail first started, for the first several years, Kingsburg was left off the map. And I remember the 12 of us, maybe you were there too, went to talk to the people in charge of the Blossom Trail, and they just said, well, too bad. Everything's been printed. We're not going to print them again. And so, even in the newspaper, Kingsburg, when they would have the map of the Blossom Trail, we weren't on it. So this is really big for us. And we are getting some publicity in the Bay Area. Channel 24 was here filming, and then also filming in Sunmate and the Simonian Farms and the Blossom Trail Cafe. So those 4 things were included. I don't know if it's going to be an ad or if it's going to be on the news or what, in the Bay Area.
That's cool.
Okay, so there's a meeting for this committee tonight. So if you, as board members, have ideas that you want us to share with the committee tonight, just text them to me and we can see what we can get going on that. I know it's a little short time, but we do need to, maybe Lauren has those invitations that she's
been working on them. I don't know how far she is. She's waiting for all the logos.
okay. And then we could, and we could print those and put those in even windows, or storefronts.
Yeah, we could come up with just a flyer that we print and, put it all over town.
And we need to get that on the TV at Chamber.
Yeah. I know David Silva's coming tonight.
What time? What time?
6 tonight at the Chamber.
So, okay, so I just wanted to let you guys in on that, and we'll probably just kind of work at that. Can you, or Abigail, does Abigail have emails and for surrounding cities?
No, I got that covered. Just send me whatever you need to go out, and then I will send it
You'll
to
blast it?
Yeah, to their
Okay.
city clerks, and then the city clerks will send it to their council members.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Perfect.
and city
Okay.
manager.
Okay.
Okay.
Any certain cities you want?
Oh, I just think,
Fresno, Clovis,
we could even pull a few
Visalia.
Visalia and, because
Like Sanger, right?
Sanger's on the,
Sanger's on the,
The tour.
part of the deal.
Okay.
I was thinking Fresno, Clovis.
Okay, that are
Those
outside.
that are outside the Blossom Trail
Okay.
communities, I guess is the way to say it.
off trail.
I'll work on that a little
Okay.
bit and get it to Abigail.
Okay, thank you.
Also, just one more quick thing.
Yeah.
Did you want, you said, I heard food, breakfast, I'm assuming. You want Swedish pancakes?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. I don't have to wait till
I-
the Dollar Horse try.
You tell me how many people to prepare for, and I'll put that, and you don't have to tell me now, but
No.
I'm not gonna commit the Lions Club, but I can pull some Lions Club members to help do that.
Craig and Marky said they'd help too.
I was thinking if we set them up in the senior citizens parking lot for cooking,
Mm-hmm.
and, well, we'll discuss that.
It just depends
Yeah.
on the weather.
Yeah, I know. And then there's that. Everybody pray, no rain that day.
No rain that day. If not, we
need
have
rain, but Not
backups.
that day.
Yeah.
All right.
We need for like 2 hours, no
Yeah.
rain, and then it can pour. Okay. So we're working on it. Okay. Item number 6, reports from board members. I've done all the talking this morning.
Here's the graphic that I made that's updated with the 24 dates. I just added it was the 21st of September, right? Okay, added that. And then I can add the annual meeting if you want.
Okay.
So in the past, we posted this on social and then just saved it in that events highlight bubble. But this would be something Abigail emails out to new members, current members.
I'll just send it to, once it's ready, send it to me, and I'll send it to all the members' emails that I have.
Okay. But I would love if somebody would double check these dates. I know most of them are perpetual dates, but just in case. Is there anything else we wanted to add? I know we talked about doing like the line dancing again for the summer kickoff.
So yesterday at the chamber meeting, they're having their discussion about street eats and whether they're going to continue on with that. And it was brought up that when we did our summer kickoff and we had line dancing downtown and they had the trucks in the park and we had the trolley running back and forth, that seemed like a good thing. And we got quite a few people for that. And so I think that they are interested in partnering with us for that. It doesn't necessarily have to be the first weekend in June. It can be May if we want to do it in May. They are interested in partnering with us on that if we want to do that one night. So that would be something we want to do. I do know that we need to, the only thing is that when we do hire the line dance instructor, that the Chamber of Commerce was sent a bill for music licensing. And so we have to be cognizant. We need to add that into our budget. We have to pay that.
What was that cost?
I think it was like $250. Yeah, okay. But because she played it in a public setting and we paid her, and when you use music, you have to pay a licensing fee. So I assume that she took care of that because that's what she does, but evidently not. So, yeah. So whatever our budget was for that last time, I think it was trolley. And did we have to do restrooms for that? I don't remember. Mm-hmm. We did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when we pick a date.
Trolley, restrooms,
trash,
dancer, trash, and the DJ was a separate cost also.
And was there a flatbed, but someone donated it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt donates that.
Do we want to just pick a date for that, or do it later? But it would be cool to put it on the save the dates.
It depends on it.
Are we too far out?
No, we can just follow with it, Les. I mean, if we pick a date, then we can just set that as a date for street eats.
Okay, if that's good with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
I wouldn't go earlier in May because it's Mother's Day before the Swedish Festival.
okay, so I'm gonna tell you what May is.
Because that it might
The
I
10th is Mother's
busy.
Day. The 10th is Mother's Day.
Or
The
12th.
17th is Swedish Festival. The
Different-
24th
different,
is Memorial Day weekend.
Different one.
Oh, which one is this? 24, May.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's saying
The
10th
weekend
is
of the
Mother's
10th.
Day
Like
weekend.
if we're
That's
going to
the
do it
Mother's
on
Day.
a Friday. is
So
that
it would
right?
have to be the 3rd, or it would have to be the 31st. Or if you go into the 7th, that's graduation weekend. And then you go into 14th when it might be hot.
I think the kids got out of school for elementary, was it June 30th?
No.
Not June 30th.
May 30th. Okay. So when is graduation?
Graduation for the junior high is the 5th of June, and the high school is the 6th of June.
And if street eats, I believe we always try to do it like the first Friday of the month.
Yeah.
So the 3rd would work.
The only thing is there's a lot of graduation parties
On the 3rd of May?
in June. Sorry.
Oh.
You were saying the first weekend in June?
No, I'm saying the 3rd of May.
The 3rd of May. Okay. So the first Friday of May. Okay.
Because like I said, graduations and stuff, I don't know that June would work.
Yeah. Right.
And it's before, gives us, a couple weeks before festival and a couple weeks after car show.
That would be my pick.
May 3rd.
Mm-hmm. And Cinco de Mayo weekend. Everybody's in the mood.
Okay. I'm gonna tentatively put it down and go back to the chamber with that.
Okay. So May 3rd, I'll call Miss Payton and ask her about the line dancing girl and see if she's available.
I have her contact.
Oh, you do?
too. Yeah,
Okay,
I
then-
heard her before.
All right, you want to do that then?
Sure.
All right. Any other reports from board members?
Do we want to do a rock hunt for Valentine's for February? Like the 1st through the 14th type of thing? If I could get some advice on how to do it better.
As long as we could
I'm more
put
than
some
happy to
guidelines,
sponsor it. 50 rocks at $5 gift certificate to any bid member. I'm willing to do it. Amanda, actually, you were the largest,
Yeah, I think we had like 35 or 40 turned in.
out of the,
Most were the same person. I think we had 3 people turn them in, and we had
And who was
about
that?
40.
we had 40 out of the 50 rocks. We gave out 48 gift certificates.
Okay.
So either there's 2 rocks still hidden, or they decided to keep the rocks, as souvenirs type of thing. But, like I said, I'm more than happy to do it and provide the rocks, provide the gift certificates. But I would love it if it was spread out more.
Yeah, I think we have to limit it, like 1 per person or something. At least 1 per transaction. We didn't have any limits, so we just let them use it.
Sure.
Which was fine because for us, we're just cashing them in for $5. It was a generous thing. It was fun, but it was all pretty much the same family, or the same couple. So to make it more fun, I think spreading it out.
Well, and
What if we only hit 20 rocks a week or 25 rocks a week? At least
Okay.
then, I mean, I don't know.
When they get the $5 voucher, it could say on there, limit 1 per person per transaction. I don't care if the same gal comes back in, that's fine, but maybe she doesn't stack them all. I don't know.
well, I just, yeah.
It's
the
just spreading the
purpose of it
wealth.
was for the merchants of town to spread
Right.
it out and
Exactly.
hopefully
And
get
have more shoppers.
Right, and they
going
can
into
kind of
different
trickle it through
stores, but
town.
There was only 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I asked Amanda, I said, how much over their gift certificate did they spend? And she goes, no, they spent up to.
Yeah, they got their,
gift
like, 2
certificate.
stickers
So
and
it
spent
didn't-
$5, yeah. Yeah.
It didn't enhance the shopping.
What we wanted it to do, what our thoughts were, how it was going to
Exactly.
help, and it really.
And I'm not a merchant, so I don't know, but if the group thinks it's a good idea, maybe Amanda, Leslie, and I can just put the deal together and go with the flow and like I said, I'm willing to sponsor it. Also willing to sponsor another window, but we need to, we still haven't given out the money from the Scarecrow.
Oh, okay.
And trying to coordinate, Quinn to take a photo, Leslie, myself, and the merchant, was during the holidays got to be,
Yeah.
crazy type of thing. So if we do that, again, I don't mind sponsoring it, but I just think we need to be a little bit more on top of.
Okay. Maybe you have a start date, an end date, and a prize given date,
Yeah.
Just set it out. That sounds fun. I like the Blossom idea. Like in conjunction with that.
Okay.
Yep, so we're gonna do we need to make a motion to do the rocks?
Not really, it's not costing.
You're gonna do it?
It's not
So-
costing the bid any money.
Okay, so you're gonna do the rocks.
Just direction to Steve.
Direction, Steve,
Okay.
go forth. You need 2 more rocks.
I think I have one of them in my house.
Quinn,
There we go, now we know.
now we know. You sold them for $10 a piece to some kid.
Well, I was gonna actually do, if it's Valentine, I was actually gonna do some new rocks trying just with a heart on them, or some heart on them.
I wanna
With my
hide teeny
paintings.
tiny doll horses in May.
Cute.
I bought some small doll horse stickers I ordered, but they don't stick to the rocks. They come off too easy. So I was trying to figure out, I was gonna talk
I
to
have
CJ,
vinyl
how you can put them on the rock and then maybe coat them with some type of sealer or
Shellac
something to
or-
hold them on there, but before Swedish Festival, I'll get that down.
Okay.
Is the chamber
Okay, so
dinner March 16th? I remember it. Or the 17th. I remember it was that weekend.
It's the 16th.
Okay, thank you.
And just to pass on from the meeting yesterday, nominations for Business of the Year, Citizen of the Year, Junior Citizen of the Year, all of Business of the Year, those are due January 31st?
Yeah.
January 31st.
Okay.
So please, if you got ideas, please get them in.
Okay, any other reports? Other business?
I guess I'll have something for other business. I know we have new board members, so I was wondering at the next meeting if you guys want me to do like a short, like, how come I can't think of it right now? The rules about meeting, Brown Act meeting.
Yeah.
About we're stewards of public funds, so it's hard when you go from private business to a public setting about how to discuss stuff, what the rules are, what serial meetings are, quorums, stuff like that. I could do a quick presentation and just a reminder for everyone regarding that, and also bring the governing document that the bid was formed by, just so that we can review it real fast, so that everybody.
That's a great
'Cause
idea.
I don't think I've done that either. So.
No.
Like, I don't know if I've seen that.
No.
Yeah.
And I've had a few questions about how board members are chosen and how our positions are picked on the board and things like that. So it would be great to educate the public. It'd also be great to educate the public on how we can't just sit down and say, we're gonna do this, you know? There
That's
are
part of the
rules.
Brown Act,
Yeah,
Okay.
Everything has to be in a public setting and, okay.
yeah. So, okay, that would be great, Abigail.
So in February, I'll bring that to you guys. And just real fast about business licenses, we have a new online system, so if there's businesses listening right now also, the new online system that has, some people have done it no problem, other people have been really frustrated. If anyone has a problem renewing their business license, email me is the easiest, because I could just send you the specific instructions that will get you right in, or come in, or call me, and I can help you do that. So I just want to put that out to all the businesses.
Thank you.
Some of us are challenged, I'm sorry. RPS had a problem doing it
So
online.
you guys were no problem. There's been other ones that, so I want to make it as easy as possible this first time doing it online. So call me, email me, come in. We have a computer up front. We can just do it.
We can make a video.
That's what my family said to do. Yeah, I'll have to work on that.
We could do Berman's.
A YouTube.
You can do Berman's and we can make the video.
Might take you a couple.
That's a good
That would be
idea.
great,
Yeah.
and we could put it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, look how easy it is to spend your life.
we'll practice first, and then we'll do it.
Right, make sure it works.
Yeah. Okay.
Amanda,
Yes.
could you please put April 13th on the calendar? Kingsburg Cancer Volunteers Annual Fundraising Dinner.
Okay.
They are not members of the bid as of right now, but they will be in about 30 minutes when I get to the office and write a check and get it to Abigail.
And apply
April
online.
13th.
And a what?
And apply online.
Yeah, oh, God. I guess.
Where's the
Online,
location?
I'll help you do it.
What's the
Gun
location?
Club.
Oh, Gun Club.
It is a totally awesome event to go to. It's so much fun.
What event is that?
The Kingsburg Cancer Volunteers Annual Dinner,
Okay.
fundraiser dinner. It is a good time.
Is there a date for that already?
Yes, April
13th.
13th, and I say
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, time for Mr. Quinn.
Yep. Cool. So, yeah, we had a really good month. We set that little benchmark to get 3,000 Instagram followers by the new year, so we got that. As always, June Hess's videos do great. Yours was the most liked video of the month, over 400 likes. ABC 30, that collaboration stuff we did with them turned out real nice. Vanessa, her collaboration role with us got great exposure, 17,000 views. And so those are still really proving to work well when we're collaborating with greater audiences than our own. Another thing, so a lot of you guys will do giveaway campaigns. I know Amanda, like I saw you had a really successful one. And so basically, if you don't know, so the giveaway campaign is essentially when your business says, hey, you know, follow my page, like my content, and you'll be entered for a chance to win a $50 gift certificate. I mean, I don't know how, one of your recent ones, I don't know if you feel like explaining yours.
Sure. So Parminder reached out and asked if we would do a partnership one. They bought a gift card from us, and we matched it because it's always nice to have a higher prize. But any value, people hop on it.
Right.
And then we collectively created a video, a reel, and then we shared it. We posted it collaboratively, so it went on both of our pages simultaneously. To enter, people had to follow both accounts, and this was in Thanksgiving time, so we put like, what are you thankful for about Kingsburg? So we had like a hook, like something that they have to comment, something that they have to do, and then a winner was selected, and we did a $300 shopping gift card.
Right.
So, and actually his office did all that because they just asked us, and I said yes. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Well, I was going to ask if you guys, if you feel like this is obviously voluntarily, you know, like you can volunteer to do this, but having one of the criteria being follow Kingsburg downtown if you're a big business, and I think that could really help with exposure. You know, everyone loves coupons and free stuff, and I don't know how your social media did, but I saw Parminder's like blew up.
Yeah, that was
So,
our highest reel.
Yeah.
That was good. I think asking people to tag downtown is important because not like we had a friend that came from Clovis and she does a lot of social media stuff. So she was going to make a walk downtown. I was like, tag downtown, please,
Yeah.
and everything that she posts. So.
And you reached out to me about that,
Yeah.
and then she sent me some stuff, and I shared it. So yeah, stuff like that was great. You know, a local influencer, you know, so to speak. So
just helps for impressions and reach.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you know, all the other analytics you can take a look at, but reach was up. The main thing I want to get to before we run out of time is so last month we had ABC sort of reach out to us, and that was a big collaboration. And then recently, if you scroll down to the influencer partnerships, this account, Cal Euphoria, messaged us 2 days ago, and so I've been corresponding with them. They basically make a bunch of content geared around exploring California. You know, a bunch of highlight reels, places, you know, Huntington Beach, Los Angeles, SoCal. And basically they were asking if we were interested in sort of hosting them and them coming downtown and doing a couple videos and stuff to promote our stuff. So if you go down to, if you wouldn't mind going back up to that page right there. So this is, they did some work with Solvang, which is our Scandinavian brethren or competitor. I don't know how you want to say it.
Sister town, but okay.
Or sister town, yeah. And I did confirm, so I reached out to Solvang and I was talking with their social media manager, and they said that they did really great work. They're legit. It's not, you know, they're not scammers. And then I went and did some back end stuff on their page. It doesn't look like they have a lot of bots. You know, you can tell that the comments are sort of real and not like generic. You know, they're not just a bunch of emojis. That's another way you can filter out real from fake. So you can see on the bottom. So those are the videos they made, and then on the bottom, that's sort of the analytics and their performance. I mean, just like, great. Like, you know, anywhere from, you know, 36,000 accounts that their content reached to almost, you know, 300,000 for some of those videos. And so you just see all the shares, all the comments. So I think it would really be a great opportunity for Kingsburg to have someone with this much influence come here and sort of promote the town. So yes, you go down to that last page. This is sort of what, so the guy's name, his name is Jorge, and his wife, they run the account. They're both from Southern California originally. He's a doctor. His wife, I guess, has a high position as a VP in some company. But they're avid travelers and explorers, and they sort of do this for fun to sort of offset some of the cost of their traveling, which is really common with a lot of these, you know, influencers is they get comped meals, hotels to come and do these products, these reels. So their ask is a hosted stay for the duration of their visit. You know, a minimum of one night. If we wanted to go longer, we could do that. I know someone here locally with an Airbnb, you know, that may be interested in hosting it.
In the district.
In the district, which is better.
Within the district.
Which, I mean, it's a super cute Airbnb too, and so I think that would also be advantageous for that side of the business to promote, that loft. And then they ask for a $500 gift card or stipend to help offset the cost of travel and or non-comped food. That just meaning if they go down to Fugazi's and they're going to do a reel on, great places to eat in Kingsburg, if they have to pay for that meal, that's what that money, allotment is sort of going to. A lot of the times with these, the businesses will provide them the food and drinks at no cost because it's sort of promotion for them. So if they went to Los Pepes and had what's that drink, the Mangalada?
Mangonada.
Yeah, yeah.
I've heard.
Yes. Generally the business sort of covers that cost. So if you're thinking, okay, it would probably be around, sub $1,000 if they did maybe 2 nights, which is pretty good. I should have written this down, but there's usually a ratio of how many followers the influencer has and then how much they charge. Do you know off the top of your head, Amanda?
No, but I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
Okay. So,
but I think it's the value is up to you. Like if we think, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, ultimately, right.
Are these collaborative posts?
Yes. So, so we would get access to. He would collaborate with us. So, meaning he posts it on his page, and that will also show up on our page. Yeah. So they're all collaborative. We get all of the raw footage, so we can reuse it. The stories we can reuse. And my thought too is, if you guys did decide to go through with this, I would be there and sort of getting some more content, perhaps of the behind the scenes, them filming, and so we can sort of multiply the effects of this by me being there and getting more footage.
Do we kind of give them like a high spot we want them to hit? Do we like provide them with some, like the depot, the water tower, the
yeah. So
we kind of give them a tour, like a time,
Right, yeah. So, and I already sent them sort of lists of some good places to visit, while here if we do go through with this, good shopping. But like showing them the cool sort of niche spots around Kingsburg. Yeah, like the water tower or the promenade with the all the vines coming down by
the murals.
Yeah, the murals, all that stuff. So I would encourage you guys. Obviously, you don't have to make a decision on this now. The time frame was mid-March. They were thinking about coming.
Okay.
So we have some time to think about this. And I would definitely encourage. I couldn't really post videos on here, but if you go to their channel, Cal Euphoria, you can sort of see the quality of content they make and their views and everything else. But it's just an opportunity. We don't have to do it.
It sounds like a great idea.
But I think
especially
it's worth the money.
before Swedish Festival.
Yes.
Like March, and then you have car show coming up. So,
Right. Yeah.
Like to because we always go really high. We peak at our big events, and then it just gets quiet. Not without lack of effort, but you know what I mean.
Completely, yeah.
So, I think that's.
So I don't know. Are there any other events? I didn't see your calendar in March that we have going on.
March is the annual member meeting, and I think that was the only March.
Okay. There's no other big events, so that could sort of help in that lull period for promotion wise. But so something to think about.
Obviously, we can't vote. We can't vote on this at this
month.
meeting. We can put it on the agenda for next meeting or hold a special meeting if we have to vote on this. But I would say that if the Airbnb is available, that would not be a cost to. I'll figure out how to.
Okay. The one upstairs above me.
Yes,
Okay.
above you. I'll figure out how to sponsor that.
It's
it's
cute
nice.
as well in downtown.
If the group decides to go with it.
Is February 6th enough time if they have a regular meeting for the bid to vote, or we could do a special meeting? If
I'll get back to them today and ask if that's enough time for them to prep and plan. And then if it is, I'll let you know. Yeah. If not, we'll do a special meeting or something. Yeah.
And do they do this on a weekend or?
The dates they said were, it was like a Friday through, they proposed a Friday through, I think, mid that next week.
And what, do you know what weekend it was?
I think it was the
8th, 9th, and 10th?
The one upstairs for that one is not booked that weekend. It's available.
Okay.
So, as of right this second. You know.
March 9 through the 13th, that time
okay.
period. Not meaning that you have to host them for that whole period, but that's sort of the time frame that they could come.
Just a few thoughts on the content that they're creating. They obviously can't hit every BID business
No.
downtown.
Correct.
What kind of content are we thinking we want them to focus on?
Yeah, so we can obviously talk about that. What they did with Solvang is they did a couple different ones. One was best cocktail spots in Solvang, and Solvang was originally hesitant to do that because they weren't really known for their cocktails, but the video really performed. I think it was one of their best performing videos. So going to Roadhouse and having them make a craft cocktail, or Los Pepes, or
They do have fun with
Deli
their
Casa.
cocktails. Yeah.
Yeah.
Their cocktails look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one they did. They did. It was mostly centered around food and drink and attractions, sort of tourist spots, cute things to do. So it'd probably be something like that.
I wonder if we could get the trolley out that weekend.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. We would just rent
That'd
it,
be awesome.
right?
Yeah. Sven's Boutique going in there, showing a cute Swedish, gift shop. That would be something I think they would do.
Okay.
And basically it was, I think, 2 or 3, series of stories that they're posting, and then 2 to 3 reels. So probably one food and drink, and then one, attraction,
Exploring, okay.
merchant.
Okay.
So can we add that to next month's agenda? We can all do a little background research of our own and see what we think.
And if you find out they need more time than that, then we can get a quorum together, right? And just,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it was
that
$500 plus hotel.
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah. Which isn't
Okay.
that bad.
Thank you.
Cool.
If I leave, I won't volunteer anymore.
The line dance instructor replied, and Friday, May 3rd is available.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's,
I do have one more thing to
Yeah.
add on. If Quinn picks up, and correct me if I'm wrong, Quinn picks up, if you do a reel, downtown picks up on it. When I look at those, I want to encourage you to somehow have the name prominent, your name prominent, because there's been some reels of merchandise, and way down in tiny print, it's you can see it's mercantile,
So when
or
you
it
share
says
something
heritage,
like
or
that,
it says,
if you tap on it, it'll take you to the original thing.
okay, but if we're trying to promote, it would just be nice if your reel had it on, because unless I'm interested in the product, I'm not going to tap on it.
Yeah.
But subconsciously, if your name is up there in a larger, when you make a reel, even if you, start at your window and then go to your reel, then we know it's your place. Same way with,
Anywhere else.
Jill's place, when Jill's or Sprouts, if it has their name and then boom, you go to, in your case, clothing and all that, then it's in my mind where it came from versus having to tap on it or look down in the corner and see, who it is.
I think that's a good idea. Like when you make your video, you do the 2-second, shot of,
Familiar.
and then you walk in and.
Yeah.
Or it could be one of your stamps, in a gift bag type of thing.
Yeah.
Just something that highlights where it is. June's a little bit different. It's like the minute you see June or product in her shop, you kind of know. But
Yeah.
I know. But what about an outsider? And us old people don't know to tap on it so
Okay.
much. Type of thing.
Good feedback.
And
Thank
I have
you.
another meeting that's starting in 3 minutes at my office, so excuse me. Thank you all.
okay. Any other business questions? Okay. Then we are going to adjourn, and our next meeting will be February 6th.
Unless you guys hear from me otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, Quinn.
Did we need to stay for a transportation meeting, or what was it? You